Hello, guys. Okay, so I wanted to get on here real quick and answer a question that I saw come in the group from Sophia. And this was regarding how do you connect with or know your spirit guide. And I've gone over this a couple times, and I feel like there's a class that I did somewhere, and I'm going to go through and look and see if I can find that file and put it into this group as well for you. But it doesn't need to be very difficult at all. Your spirit guide is always around. You have a team, but I'm assuming you're talking about your main guide, right? So they're always around. The easiest way to connect with is to do a couple things you can do. One thing I would suggest is to go and do a YouTube search or Google search or whatever of a Meet My Spirit Guide meditation. Doesn't have to cost you anything, right? If you don't need that, you don't even need that. If you can do your own personal meditations, even better, go ahead and do that. But what these meditations usually entail is you getting into that meditative state, right? Calming, relaxing, breathing. And then you're going to visualize a staircase. And at the top of that staircase is a closed door. Okay, so like going up the stairs to a platform and there's a door. And you are going to take yourself on a journey up those stairs, knowing that you're going into a place of love and acceptance, and that you're ready, willing, and able to, maybe on different steps, right, to meet and greet your spirit guide and to allow their connection and messaging to come through to you in whatever ways that they feel is best connected to you. So as you're going up the stairs, this is what you are visualizing yourself. And I always, as I take people through this, you get to one step, and that step is for something, right? I'm in a place, ascending into a place of love. The next step is something else. And the next step, don't just like dart up the stairs. Okay, does that make sense? So you're going to bring yourself to a point where you get to the top of the stairs. And when you're there, you're standing in front of a closed door, okay? Knowing that on the other side of that door is your spirit guide. You are going to meet that spirit guide when you open the door, okay? So when you get there and you're ready to open the door, again, this is through a breathing technique, visualization. You get to that door and you open it, your spirit guide will present themselves to you. Now, here's the thing is people go, well, I didn't see my spirit guide. Like, I want to be able to see them like if my brother was standing there in the door. Like, I know what my brother looks like, and that's what I want to feel my spirit. That's not how it works a lot of times. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, you are not going to initially get features that you can visualize in your mind. Does that make sense? You more tend to get the feeling and the vibe or the energy of what they feel like. And I know if you haven't been through that experience, that sounds kind of woo-woo and but you can actually get a feeling of they look similar to this person. Maybe they look similar to Keanu Reeves. Woo-woo for you, right? No. But maybe they look similar to somebody. Maybe you get a feel for a certain type of energy, like they're a Native American background, or they're an Italian background, or, something like that, or an Egyptian background, or, whatever it may be. It's more of a feeling. The more you do it, the more crisp those things become. When it comes to wanting to actually know and have a picture in your mind of what your spirit guide looks like. Okay? Because once you get up there and you meet your spirit guide, you will know what they feel like. Okay. I think we all have known that what our spirit guide feels like, whether or not we've acknowledged that that's what the feeling was is something that's completely different. But so that is a good way to go through meditation to do that. Your spirit guide is so entwined and connected and with you. It's actually an extension of you to a certain degree. So you're going to know what it feels like. You're going to know that feels right. So for those of you that have been around with me for a while, have also heard about the looking in the mirror exercise. And I know we did this, or we didn't do it together because that's kind of difficult, but I told you about it, and I know there were a bunch of people that came back on and went, oh my gosh, I can't believe that worked. And it works every single time. If you want to get a feel for a feature of your spirit guide, you will go to a mirror. Okay? Bathroom mirror is fine. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Doesn't have to be a, scrying mirror or anything like that. Just a regular mirror is fine. And you're going to look into that mirror, and you're going to look right here at yourself in the mirror. Okay? And as you're doing that, you are telling your spirit guide that you would like them to allow you to know what they look like. Please give me a physical feature that I can attribute to you. However you want to ask it. I just want to know what you look like. Connect with me and give me information. Let me know. And if this whole time you're looking right here, right? Doing your breathing. I just want to know. I just staring. I just want to know. I just want to know. Then what you're going to do, because you're staring right here at yourself in the mirror, then what you do is you put your gaze right here. Don't move your head. You're just going to put your eyes from here to here. When you do that, in your peripheral, you're going to look at your own face, and you will see a superimposition, right? It will be superimposed on your face, a feature of your spirit guide. Your eyes may look different. Your mouth may look different. Your hair color may look different. Whatever that may be for you and your spirit guide, it will work every single time. Okay? So that's a way that you can get a connection and a validation that there is something there that's able to interact with you. So again, make sure you're asking your spirit guide, right? As you're looking right here in the mirror, please, let me see you. Let me see any features. Give me any information about you you need me to know, because a lot of times when you convert right here, or you divert your look over here, you're going to see that feature, but you may also get instant information, an instant feel. You may feel like crying immediately. Like you may get freaked out and just, that was too much, So and I did it again. And you can continue to do that and get different information. The eyes are always going to look, if they change that first time, they are always going to look that same change. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's the second thing that you can do to get an actual physical, reactive, right? Like validation. Okay, do the visualization, do the mirror thing, 1 and 2. The last thing that I'm going to suggest is and the most important thing, is to realize, recognize, and acknowledge that your spirit guide is an extension of you and therefore your best friend. And you need to interact and act as if they are already in the room with you. Play with them like they are your imaginary friend, because that's exactly what they are, even though they're not imaginary. In the beginning, you will act like you're playing with an imaginary friend. Bring yourself back to your kindergarten state. This is talking out loud or in your mind, if you have other people in the house and don't want to be talking out loud to yourself in the same room. But again, interacting. So while you're driving in the car by yourself, just talking, interacting like you have somebody else there with you. It may feel a little crazy at first. It's going to feel a little weird at first. But the more you do it, eventually, one time you do it, you're going to get outside response. And it's going to freak you to frick out, right? Because you're going to be like, oh, wait, that wasn't me. I don't think that was me. And you're going to try it again. And you're never not going to be able to get that connection again. Okay, every single time you do it, every single time you ask and call upon your spirit guide, from that point forward, you are going to know that you have that connection, that they're instantly there with you. So it really is getting back to your kindergarten self, playing with your imaginary friend until your imaginary friend decides to actually give reaction to you. It's as easy as that. Super simple, right? So those are the three things that I always suggest for people to do when they're looking to get information about their main spirit guide. Again, this is going to be the one that has been, that's like the CEO of your spirit guide team, right? They're the manager, the head of your whole team. That's that connection for you. And then dream state is always an easiest for all spirit guides and angels to get a hold of us and give us information and messages that we may not be acknowledging that we're receiving throughout the day and in wake time, right? So hopefully that helps you, Sophia, and anyone else. If you have questions or anything about that, make sure that you get a hold of me or put them in the comments of this video, and I will answer them as best I can for you. Okay? Have a wonderfully magical rest of your day.